So, as y'all know, or as I've said on Facebook, I went up to Hunter Army Airfield to get my retired ID. I went to the commissary, and people that don't know, the commissary is like the grocery store for the military. Anyway, and I went to the PX, the post exchange. So, when I found this tea, I almost shouted. Y'all just don't know. This tea, hold on. Woo! This tea tastes like Jesus himself made it. Oh! This tea was the tea that when I got deployed to, back in, I can't even think right now, it was 06, 07. This tea, they had this one and the lemon tea. Now, the lemon, I don't know, I can't choose because the peach and the lemon, they run neck and neck. But when I was deployed to Kuwait, this tea was my life, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. Apparently, I didn't even realize this because I didn't really read the bottle back then, but the tea was made in Italy, like it came from Italy. So I have been looking for this tea for years and years and years. I didn't think it might be on a base, silly, but when I got stationed in Louisiana, it just so happened one day I was walking in the commissary and walked past the refrigerator. It was like a small refrigerator with these in it, and I looked at them and I was like, them look familiar, but I didn't think like, oh, that's the tea. So like I went in there 2 more times and walked past them and looked, and then the 3rd time I was like, yeah, this is the tea. And when I tasted, y'all just don't know, it was spoke to my entire soul. This tea slayed my life yet again. So I'm just happy. And I hope you guys are happy too, Facebook. So I was officially retired. I got my ID, even though I was retired effectively December 28th. Still, I didn't feel like everything was complete until I got my ID card, and I could have been got it. I just didn't want to right away. I don't know. I guess it kind of put everything into perspective for me, like, oh, you actually, retired from the Army. Like, you finally leaving this chapter behind, like the uniform part. And I tried to not go on base as much because I didn't want to be one of those people that get out and they don't know how to leave the military. Like, they still, visit their old bases or old duty stations and all that stuff. So because I wanted to stay on base because of the whole, like, I'm not gonna lie, being a single parent, it is hard whether you're in the military or not, because you have to think of your child and what's best for him or her. And with me getting out and me moving to Georgia, and I'm a single mom, I wanted to stay on base because I knew that if I ever needed help, you have that military community of spouses and soldiers that still will help you, you know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that the base was, the school was on base, there was a daycare on base, and housing, but I ain't had time for them to be taking out my money. Like, BAH was ridiculous, and I didn't want them Like, I didn't want to be wasting all of my retirement and disability money, like, and my school money to just stay on base. And I mean, I miss it, but I can always visit, you know, and come up here and do stuff with my son. So it's surreal. I'm officially moving on, and I feel like the journey that I'm on to be in the medical field, like, I've made the right decision. It's kind of crazy because it's like I left one uniform for another uniform. But I like it. I like structure. I like organization. And I like rules. I like when you know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? And if there is an error, I like knowing that I can go and figure out how to react if something goes wrong. You know, I don't like it drives me crazy when there's just no organization, no structure, no rules, no nothing. Like, I can't. So, yeah. I hope to one day become Dr. Christine Ward, OBGYN, with my own practice and doing something in the endometriosis community. I hope to be a part of a research team looking for a cure that is actively helping, actively speaking out about it. That's what I want to do. So, yeah. By the way, my classes started yesterday, and oh my God, they psyched me out because I thought I was only going to be going to school 2 days a week. Lo and behold, I'm going to be back on my 4 days a week schedule, but I mean, it's okay. This quarter this semester, I have anatomy and physiology. I have medical clinicals and labs and the medical procedures. So one is a lecture and the other one is actually nothing but labs. Like, you'll be actually doing stuff, and I love that. I can't wait to start doing blood draws and stuff like that. Like, I was, years ago, before I went active duty, I was in medical assistant school, and plus, you know, my military background with learning I was a combat lifesaver, so I was certified. You learn the basics of first aid and how to, you know, take blood and give an IV and all that stuff, and, you know, how to keep somebody alive until an actual doctor or somebody that's trained for whatever is going on to come and assist. So I'm pretty excited and I can't wait. I did good back then. I was never nervous, so I'm ready. And I will say I'm thankful to my commander and my first sergeant for pushing me to get you know, combat lifesaver certified when my command or my unit was called the 444th. So I'm very thankful to them. I was like, no, I did not want to go. I had an attitude. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with trying to stick people. We overseas, y'all trying to set me up. No. So I was against it, but I actually did like it, and that's something that always stuck with me. And one of my NCOs, he let me, you know, stick him and practice on him for blood draws and stuff. So Sergeant McSherry, you are awesome. Yeah, so that's all for me today. I got a lot of studying to do. Medical terminology is tied in with my anatomy and physiology class, so I got a lot of homework. I don't know how I'm gonna make it, but y'all pray for me. Bye.